Hey guys, so I'm gonna be doing a time-lapse video of myself haircut. So let's go ahead and just see the before real quick. This quarantine got me looking crazy. But let's get right to it. So the first thing we're gonna do is create an outline with this ANDIS T outliner. That's what I use. All right, cool. So now that we got the first outline done, I like to use the foil shaver to just go over the areas that are bald. Now, if you don't have a foil shaver, this is what I use. You can just simply go over it with the T outliner again. Now, you guys got to make sure that the first outline is crucial. So it has to be, on point. Just take the time to, make sure it's good. And then you can go ahead and go to the next step. All right, so I decided to change up the view a little bit for better lighting. But the next step is you're gonna slap a #1 guard on your machine. And you're just gonna go 1 inch above the outline that you already created. And then near the back, you're gonna actually go 1/2 inch instead of a full inch. And you'll understand because there's more hair in the back and in there, like a smaller area for you to do a fade. But yeah, let's just get to it. So the next step you're gonna do, and I think this is actually a really important part that you cannot rush, is that you take off your guard, and this is a closed right now. So this is a closed guard and this is an open guard. So you wanna have it at open, and then essentially what you're doing is that you're blending out this, 0 to a 1 with a half. So this is a half guard. Now, the thing is, you'll end up seeing a line regardless. So here's the key, and this is actually something that barbers do that I don't think they tell anybody. But if you bring your, actually I'll show you. So what you'll notice is that if I have a line right here that I can't get rid of with just the half, what you can do is you can close it, right? So it was open before, now it's closed. And you use the corner. So watch this, just watch this. And you just kind of try to fade that in, just like that. And just switch back and forth between open and closed. You just gotta adapt. I mean, it's still there. So, it's still there, but what you can do then is you just keep doing that, and then you can even use a T outliner just to kind of get the last couple touches. But that's essentially what you gotta do until you blend it. And that's the most important part, because I feel like, once we start using the 2 and a 1.5 and all that, that's the easy part. So this is the most important part. Do not rush this part and actually take your time and trying to blend it in. So, I messed up, so I guess I'm rocking a hat for the next week. I'm just kidding. But, so, at this point at the haircut is that, you should see a very faint line. At the end of the day, it is quarantine, you're not going anywhere. It'll literally take you probably a day for it to just, blend in. You obviously can take more time to just do it, but for, I don't really care that much for that. It's already well blended enough for me. The next thing I'm gonna do is blend in the beard. So the beard is so easy. All you have to do is you get it unclosed, you just do like a little bit, and then you get it open, you just go down, and then you go up a little bit, And then, I mean, it's pretty much blended in. You just gotta mess around with it a little bit, you know. Maybe do what I just said with the whole closed corner. Just to, and boom, just like that, the beard is blended. You can go over a little bit more. But after the beard, so the next thing you want to do is you're gonna grab a 2-guard and you're just gonna go over basically this whole area with a open 2-guard. And you're just gonna freestyle kind of in a way. What I mean by that is that you're gonna get a 2-guard and then you're just gonna hover over, you know, the edges at the end of the top of the hair, just to, you know, make it a little bit even. And then actually, let me not get too ahead of myself, so let's just do that part first. You guys can see that didn't take very long. In fact, it barely took a minute. But one thing I forgot to mention is that you do want to have that flick motion, like flick out when you're you know, getting over at the ends of the top. Now the next step you're gonna do is you're gonna grab your number 1 guard and you're gonna have it open. So right now it's closed and then you're gonna have it open. And you're basically just gonna flick out, like I just said, with that flick motion, to just get rid of this line that's all around the haircut. So let's just do that. At this point of the haircut, your hair should look something like this. Now it's not final product yet because obviously we gotta do some touch-ups, but the next step we're gonna focus on is the beard. And for the beard, you just wanna go with this natural outline that's already there. Some people's beards start a little lower, whatever it is, you just wanna, you know, go with it. And this area right here, you wanna straighten up. Now for underneath, you do want to have like a little bit of a curve inwards. So what I mean by that is it's not a straight line from here to here like that. You kind of want to have it, you know, just like that. So I'll go over that later, but let's get to the beard. Now I usually use the foil shaver to go, you know, underneath this area and just around, just, you know, clean it up a little bit. But for the mustache, what you have to do is you simply just bite down and then you're cutting around the lip. So like that. And then for the top, I just barely take a little bit just to make it seem, you know, like it is cut, it is fresh, rather than, I don't like to shave my mustache. You guys can do whatever you want, obviously. But let's do that part. Now the last thing I like to do is use the razor blade. Now before I do that, I always like to apply shave gel. You can use whatever shave gel you want, but this was recommended by my barber, so that's why I got it. Alright guys, so I'm done with the haircut, so now I'm gonna take a shower. This is what your hair should look like after you followed everything that I said. Now, all I actually put was Can2 leave-in conditioner, but that's it. I hope you guys benefited from this video and have a good one.